Education is the foundation stone of the development and prosperity of an advanced society. Hello everyone, welcome to our UN College digital class. So, in this class we are going to discuss the incremental development of the software. So, in our previous video lecture we have covered the waterfall model, that we have started with the process model, where we have discussed the first software process model, that is waterfall model, and in this class we are going to discuss what is incremental software development, what are the advantages of that incremental software development, and what are the disadvantages of that incremental software development. So, let us know what is incremental software development. So, the incremental software development is based on the idea of developing an incremental version, that is an initial incremental version, then we will expose it to the customer will review it, and then after we will go for the evolving all those incremental versions until we must find a adequate system. So, what does that mean? In case of waterfall model, there are 5 distinct phases. We have to complete each and every phase. We have to complete the first phase, that is the specification phase, then we will go for the design, then we will go for the implementation and unit testing, then we will go for the integration and systems testing, then we will go for the operation and maintenance. So, that waterfall model is a systematic approach. We have to follow a strict model. First we have to complete the first phase, then only we can go for the second phase. Without completing the second phase, we cannot go to the third phase. But in case of incremental software development, we are dividing the software into different subsystems, and whatever the subsystem that is inside our software, we will go for first subsystem, we will develop the first subsystem, then we will go for the second, then we will go for the third. Like that we are developing our software in an incremental way. First we will go for the version 1, then we will go for the version 2, then we will version 3, then the final version. That means there must be some initial version, there must be some final version, and in between there are some intermediary versions. So, let us discuss what is actually the incremental software development. Suppose this is our system, suppose this is our system X. In case of waterfall model, before developing we have to plan everything. The plan should be in advance before developing the project. But in case of incremental software development, we have to divide the system X into different components. Suppose I am dividing it into 3 parts, the part A, part B and part C. Then how I will develop that system X? First I will go for the A. So, this is my initial version, then only I will go for the B, that means A is existing already and I will go for the developing B. Then after I will go for, I have A and B with me, then I will go for the C, and after developing C, what I get, that is system X. So, here we are not implementing the whole system at a time. The system is what? System X. We are not implementing the system X at a time. We are just dividing the parts, then we will go for the incremental development. First we will develop A, then we will go for B, then we will go for the C. So, now the question arises, how we decide the order? Here I am saying that I will go for A, then B, then C. Then what is the order? Why cannot I go for the C, then B, then A, or first I will go for the B, then for C, then for A? What is the order? How we will decide the order? So, for that we have to follow the incremental model. So, this is our basic incremental software development, or we can call it as a incremental model for software development. The first, here we have to do the outline description. So, what does this outline description means? In case of process activities, our first process is software specification, but here the specification phase is here. the specification, development and validation, these are the concurrent activities. That means these are not the distinct activities. We can carry out this specification, development and validation activities in parallel. We can go for the specification, that time also we can go for the development, then for the validation. Again for the second subsystem we will go for the again specification, development and validation. Okay. So, what is this outline description? So, outline description means here we have to represent whatever the customer needs in an abstract manner. So, based on the outline description, here we are just in an abstract level we are defining what my customer actually needs. Then in the outline description we have to give some priorities to the activities. So, whatever the services and whatever the functionalities that my software is going to provide to my customer, that we are just representing in an abstract manner in the outline description. And here we have to give a priority to those activities or to those functionalities that my software is going to provide to the end user or to the customer. And based on the priority, whichever the function which will get the first priority, then we will take that first priority functionalities. Then for that functionalities or for that service we are going to specify, we are going to requirement specification phase, then we will go for the development phase, then we will go for the validation phase, and after that we will get a initial version. Then we will come again to the outline description. Here we have to take the second priority, and for that functionalities, for that service we are going for the specification phase, for the development phase, for the validation phase. Then we will get the second increment, that is the second version. After that we will go again to the outline description. Here we have to take the third priority, and for that functionalities we have to specify what are the actual requirements. Then we have to develop that functionalities, we have to validate that functionalities, then after we will find the third increment version or the third version. Like that all the processes will be carried out until we get an adequate system that actually my customer requires. Okay. So, let us take a small example to understand what is actually the incremental software development. Suppose we have to develop a college management software, that is suppose CMS, and in the CMS college management software, suppose there are 4 functionalities. There should be 4 functionalities that is given by the college management team. Suppose the first one is attendance, the second one is suppose lesson plan, third is suppose admission, and the fourth one is examination. So, the customer specified that there should be 4 functionalities inside the college management software. The first one is your attendance, second is lesson plan, third is admission, and fourth one is examination. This is the outline description. Here we have to give some priority according to the functionalities. Like suppose here the first priority will go to the admission, because once admission will done, then we will go for the lesson plan, then we will go for the attendance, then we will go for the examination. Without admission we cannot go for the attendance and we cannot go for the lesson plan also. So, the first priority is admission. Here this is the first priority. Then after the admission, the teachers should prepare their lesson plan before taking the class. Then the second priority is what? Lesson plan. Then for the lesson plan, after the lesson plan, what will be the priority? That is attendance, because once the class will start, then the student will come and the teachers should take their attendance, and the third priority is attendance, and the last priority is examination. So, if waterfall model is concerned, we do not have to give priority to this admission, lesson plan, attendance and examination. But here as incremental software development is concerned, that means we have to give some priority to the functionalities, that is the actually outline description. So, after giving the priority, what we will do? We will take the first priority, that is what? Admission. and for the admission we are going to specify the requirements. What are the requirements that should be in admission? So, what are the requirements, like what are the functionalities that should provide by the admission function? That is there are some application form. The student should know about our fee structure. There should be online payment option. There should some prospectus and like that. So, these are the specification of the admission service. So, we have to specify all these application form, fee structure, online payment and prospectus and all that in case of specification phase. And for this admission we have to develop this admission phase. So, development means what? We have to design and we have to implement. We have to design each and individual component. These are the components. By combining these components we get what we get, that is admission is our subsystem. So, we have to design all these components, and after the design we have to implement the system. That means we have to code all these components. Then after we will go for the validation. So, validation means what? We will go for the unit testing. That means individual units are tested. Then after we will combine all this and the admission service that will get tested. And after that what we will get? We will get a initial version of the CMS. So, the initial version that we get is the CMS, and under that only there is a service, that is admission. So, this is the version 1. Then we will expose this version 1 to our customer. Then the customer will use it, they will take admission, they will take online admission of the students. Then if there are some error, then they will give some feedback to us. Then according to the feedback we will redesign the admission service. If there is no error, that means our version 1 is ready to expose. Next we will come to the outline description. Here the second priority is what? Lesson plan. Then we will go for the lesson plan, and for the lesson plan we have to do the specification. So, under the lesson plan there may be some services like create lesson plan, view lesson plan, update lesson plan. Okay. So, for this specification we have to design, that means here is the development, that is the designing and implementing. Both are designing and implementing is actually the development. So, here we have to design the each component, then we have to code the each component, then we have to unit test each component, then we have to integrate the create, view and update into the lesson plan. Then after we will test the lesson plan, and after that what we will get? We will get a second version, that is version 2. So, the initial version is what? CMS, and under that CMS we have only admission option, and now we have the second version, that is admission and lesson plan. Then we will expose it to the customer will review it and give some feedback, and based on the feedback we decide either we want some changes or not. If there are no changes needed, then it is ready and it will deploy to the customer for the second version. Then again we will go back to the outline description. Here is the third, that is attendance. After the lesson plan is created, now we are ready to take the classes of the students. So, we must have that attendance service that will help us to take the attendance of each student. So, then we will go for the attendance, and for that attendance we have to specify. So, maybe in case of attendance there may be some functionalities like daily attendance, next weekly attendance, maybe monthly attendance. Then there may be some functionalities which will calculate the percentage of attendance that has been attended by a student. These are the specification. Then we will go for the development. we have to design each and every component, then we have to write the code for each and every element, then we will go for the validation, that we have to check either our attendance service is working or not. Then after we will get the third version, that is under the CMS, the first and second version what we get, admission and in lesson plan, the third version will be added, that is attendance. Like that, again we have to go back to the outline description. Here the fourth priority is examination, and for that examination we have to specify, again develop, again validate. And after the examination what we get, that is the final version. So, this is our final version where we actually get the whole system, that is the college management software. So, the initial version is what? When we got the CMS and the admission only. The intermediate versions are what? Where we got the lesson plan and the attendance. And the final version is what? Where we got the examination. So, after getting the examination into the CMS, now we have a complete software that we need to test, and now our software is ready to deploy to the customer. So, this is the incremental model. Here we have to develop our whole system in an incremental way. We have to plan something, then we will develop that, and after the development we will deploy that initial version to the customer. We will get some feedback on that initial version from the customer. We will work on that feedback, and once our initial version is ready, then we will go for the second version, and like that we will get an adequate system. I hope you people have understood all these things, that is the incremental model, how we develop a software in an incremental way, that is actually the agile process. So, in our next class we will go for the advantages and disadvantages of the incremental model, and we will see what are the difference between the waterfall model and the incremental model. Thank you.